Hello, my YouTubers, miss me? Oh, awkward. So on the 3rd of March 2012, I auditioned for X Factor. That was fun. A lot of waiting, a lot of boringness, but fun, and a lot of experience, I guess. Anyway, I woke up at 6 a.m. I I got woken up by my mom. She was like sweeping the hallway. So I was like, Mom, do you have to sweep at 6 a.m. in the morning? I'm trying to sleep. I didn't sleep last night, so I'm trying to sleep now. So I woke up at 6, got ready. I left home at 7:30, caught the 7:15 train, went all the way down to South Bank, which was where the auditions were being held at. I got there at 8 o'clock and I had to walk down to the Suncorp Piazza in South Bank. And that was fun because there was already like 100,000 people there already. And I got in the back queue. I waited at the just before. No, I waited like 3 people behind. Well, I waited next to the Ferris wheel, so it wasn't that long. But when I arrived, everyone started lining up to the theater, So it was like, I know. So at 8:30, the line started to move. So every like 10-20 minutes, the line would stop moving again, which was good. When I got inside, we had to register, hand in all our papers, prove who we are, etc., etc. We got given a number. So this is my number, 31235. I liked it because it was easy, because I could say 235. Yeah. And because I got inside at 11 o'clock. So from 11 o'clock till 2 o'clock, I had to wait sitting down, being bored out of my mind, not sure what to do. So I just went over my song. At 2 o'clock, my number got called out, and as well as 5 other people, because they went in groups. This guy gave us what to do, saying, when you get in there, give you guys papers, yeah, because we had forms to fill up. Fill in your forms, tell them a bit about yourself, be quiet because you're sitting right in front of the room and you can hear the person and it'll be noisy and all that. So me and 5 other people went in. This guy went before me. I don't think he got through, but he sounded good. And if you're watching this dude who was sitting in front of me and went first, I thought you were good. I'm not being mean, it's true. So then it was my turn after the guy, and I had to tell this judge guy, because he worked for the Fremantle media people, X Factor, whatever you want to call them. And so he was like, so what are you going to sing? No, he was like, state your name and your age. And I'm like, Laura Bryant, 17 years old. He's like, okay, tell us something interesting about you. And I'm like, well, I graduated last year and this is my gap year. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. He's like, what are you going to sing? So I told him it was My Vietnam by Pink. And so I sang a verse and a chorus and I stopped. And he's like, oh, is that all? I'm like, yeah. Because he had a camera there and then he had his computer and a lot of the paperwork all over the desk. I was like, and the guy's like, oh, and he was reading my sheet and he's like, oh, Laura, you have a YouTube account. I'm like, yeah. You've seen covers on it? Yeah. How many covers do you have? 10, I think. He's like, oh, okay. And then he scribbled down some notes and he's like, well, we might give you a go. So I got this, so he filled out a bunch of more forms and gave me this yellow note with my number and some congratulations. I think I was supposed to give it back to them, but and so he's like, okay, well, when you leave this room, go see Jess. And I'm like, okay. So I was like following the crowd because a bunch of other people had got the yellow card as well. So I was following the crowd, and sorry, I'm losing my breath. And I got told to sit down and wait. Probably 20 minutes after I sat down, me and 3 other people got called to go up to see the executive producers, which is a bit And so 2 people went in front of me, a male and female. They were brilliant. Then it was my turn. A girl who doesn't know how to sing very well had to sing. So I sang She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5. I sang a verse and a chorus. No, hold on. Rewind. the guy asked me a few questions. He's like, state your name, your age, and something interesting about yourself. I was like, Laura Bryant, 17. I graduated high school last year. This is my gap year. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, tell us a bit about your friends. I'm like, I'm not much of a socializer. I'm probably the girl that you'd normally see in the library with your earphones in. He's like, oh, okay. And he's like, so tell me about your family. I'm like, and the oldest of 4, my mum gave birth to a second child when I was 13. He's like, oh, okay, what are you going to sing today? She'll Be Loved by Maroon 5. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, awkward time now. So I sang a verse and a chorus, and I stopped. And the guy's like, is that all? I'm like, well, I only know these 2 parts really well. I kind of didn't memorize the rest of the song very well. And he was like, okay, well, nice to meet you. I was like, oh, okay. So I left his room, headed downstairs, and then I had to fill out forms. These were fun because they were medical forms and they were psych forms. Medical forms, I can deal with that, sure, because it was like if you're allergic to something, who would we contact, this and that. And the psych forms, there was like 3 pages worth of questions you had to answer about yourself, and they were like really odd questions. There was like, there was, in the past 7 days have you been nervous and shaking? I'm like, a little bit, but that's only because I've been thinking about this audition, and every time I do, I start getting shaky and nervous. And then there was another question saying, have you, what was the question? Do you think people will hate you? Do you think people are going to kill you? Do you think people are going to do this and that? And I was like, no one's going to kill me. And when I got to the do you think people hate you question, I'm like, what one should I circle? No or extremely agree? So I'm like, everyone's going to hate me no matter what, but I'm going to put no. Why? Because at the moment I don't have a reason for people to hate me, so no, people won't hate me right now. And then there was another one saying, do you hate being in large crowds? No. And so I answered all the questions like no's, which is pretty cool. And what? I'm not going to tell them about my life if it's not true. So I had to wait. After I saw the judges with the executive producer was about 4, and from 4 o'clock till 6:30 I had to wait in a room that stunk like sweat, and the only nice smell in there was a small scented candle like this big, and it smelled like vanilla strawberries. Well, vanilla mixed with strawberries. And so that was like the only thing trying to get rid of the sweat smell, but it didn't work. So every so often I would get up and go outside just so I can like get rid of the smell. But it was awkward. At 6:30, me and like 10 people had to go into another room, and we had to wait there. And when I got called to go inside, I had to meet 2 girls. There was Jenna and I think her name was Kelly. I'm not sure, I'm sorry. But actually there was me and another guy, so we had to see 2 girls. He saw one guy, I saw another girl. They were helped with your song choices, and and they were like giving you advice and stuff, because they're like, okay, what's your name? I'm like, Laura Bryant. They're like, what's your number? 31 235. Okay. What songs did you sing today? My Vietnam by Pink and She'll Be Loved by Maroon 5. Okay. If you get through, what songs will you sing? I don't know. They're like, so I whatever song was on the top of my head, I said Alice Cooper, Department of Youth. They're like, yeah, that's cool. And then they're like, what other songs? Because you need 4 songs. So I had 2 from today, plus Alice Cooper, and they were like, you need 1 more. I'm like, can I look at my iPod? So I ended up looking at my iPod for 20 minutes just to find a song. So I'm like, how about I sing, what was it? How about I sing a Pink song? It was off her Misunderstood album. That's all I can remember at the moment. Yeah, it was a Pink song off her Misunderstood album. And the lady's like, is that a album song? Is it a actual, like, is it a song that everyone knows? I'm like, I don't know what people know. I only like what I like. I don't listen to modern music, like recent 2000 music, because it sort of sucks. Yeah, artists, your music sucks, to be honest. So I don't listen to a lot of music made after 2005 because it's just all gone downhill. So she's like, okay, let's see, you like Pink? She's like, who's your idol? Pink? Okay, well, maybe choose another song. So I'm like, okay, scroll through my iPod, find a song, I don't know what to say. So yeah, I'm like, maybe Dear Mr. President by Pink. Yeah, that's cool. And so this lady, Jenna, who was sitting next to the lady I was talking to, looked at my song list and she's like, oh, that's right, I was going to choose Ava Mary off her Funhouse album, but she said no. Jenna's like looking at my song list, she's like, oh, Alice Cooper, rock on! I'm like, thanks. Like, okay, well, this song's good, don't do this song. Ava Marie, or Ava Marie, however it's pronounced, she says to me, everyone wants to do this song, so don't do it, do something else. I'm like, oh, thank you for letting me know, because I don't want to do a song that everyone's doing, because you're gonna hate it by the end of the day. So she's like, okay, let's reorder this song list, and it's like, Bad Influence by Pink, and then Alice Cooper, Department of Youth, then Dear Mr. President by Pink, and then She'll Be Loved by Maroon 5. I was like, okay, cool. So they gave me a sheet on what happens next, so I have to read it. It pretty much says that I'll get a phone call by the 30th of April this year saying if I made it through. If they don't call me, I was unsuccessful, and I have to bring 3 types of proof to prove I'm Laura, and the live auditions, which is before, like, you know how they've got the auditions and then you wait like a month for the show to air. Anyway, they said the live auditions will take part from the 3rd of May to 19th of May in Brisbane, Melbourne and Sydney. And then if the judges like me, which are the celebrities, Guy, Ronan, Natalie, and Mel B. Guy, Ronan, Natalie, Mel B. So I think they're Mel B's. Yes, it's Mel B. And then if they like me, I get to go to boot camp, which is the 28th of May to the 31st of May, and that is apparently in Sydney. So I get to go to Sydney. Yay! Out of Queensland for once. Sorry, I love you Queenslanders. And if they like me at boot camp, I get to do home visit, which is in various locations from the 11th of July to the 1st of August. And then if they like me there, I can be in the final 12, which means I'll be performing in a live studio at Sydney from the 3rd of September to 27th of November. And that's going to be fun, which means I get to travel out of Queensland for a bit, which is good. I love you Queensland, but there is times where I just want to break free. And I got given this, is that it? Yeah, I got given this form to fill out. It's a passport form. So if the judges like me, I can fill it out. And they gave me a bunch of information about it. They gave me a form. They're like, if the judges like you, fill it out. Well, no, they actually said, if you get the phone call, fill it out because you'll need it. I'm like, okay. So after I saw another lady, I saw like heaps of people. After I saw another lady, she made me answer a bunch of questions like your name, your number on your wristband, and I've been saying my wristband number all day, which was irritating. And then I had to, tell her a bit about myself. She's like, who's your idol? Pink? She's like, who's your idol? I'm like, Pink. And she's like, tell me a bit about yourself. I'm like, to be honest, I'm a boring person, so there's nothing to know. She's like, oh, I like boring. I'm like, good, I think. So I'm like, okay, how do I say this? I was a dancer, I had a very active childhood. When I started high school, I dropped everything and put high school first. My mum gave birth to a second child when I was 13. I graduated from high school last year. This is my gap year. I'm looking for work, etc., etc. She's like, okay, what's your current employment status? I'm like, unemployed. You don't like that name. Makes you feel weird. So I said unemployed, and then she's like, okay, if you do you hate any of the judges? And she's like, listen who the judges were. I'm like, I personally don't hate them now, but if they get up in my face and get really offensive towards me, then I might be like, I hate you, but right now I don't hate any judges. And then she's like, oh, okay, cool. And she wrote down she's writing down what I'm saying. I'm like, oh god, hopefully I haven't screwed up. And she's like, hold on, she asked me a few more questions, and she asked me about YouTube. She's like, do you have any songs? Do you have a YouTube account? I'm like, yes. And she's like, okay. Do you sing on it? And I'm like, and then she's like, do you have a YouTube account? I'm like, yes. I do a few covers on there. She's like, oh, that's great. Tell me your YouTube name. I'm like, oh god. I don't know why, but every time I told someone I had a YouTube account, they were like, that's brilliant. And you're just like, oh god, what have I done? But, so I told them my YouTube account name, and she's like, okay, that's all, you can go home now. So I had to go see Jess again. She's like, do you have ID? I'm like, I have ID from 2 years ago, because I lost my student ID from last year. And she's like, 2 years ago is no good, it has to be recent. I'm like, how recent? Recent. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, oh, so she's like, give me her email address, so I have to send her my birth certificate, which I did. And she's like, I'm like, is my birth certificate good enough? She's like, that's brilliant. And so I had to send it to her, which I did this morning. And so I was like, trying to figure out how to scan something, because I've never used a scanner. So I was like, how do you scan? But our printer is so easy, and I love it. Thank you, Sydney, for buying me or buying my mama a scanner, printer thingy. Anyway, my video has gone on for way too long. I caught the train. I finished there at 7 o'clock. I caught the train 7:15. Got home at like 8 o'clock at night, and my legs hurt from walking. My throat is so dry. No matter how much water I drink, I'm still going to feel like I'm, dying, because my mouth is that dry from the lack of water. I ate no food yesterday, or I ate breakfast and half a sandwich before midday. So from like midday till 8 o'clock I was starving. I was like, I need food. And so today I've been trying to eat, but it doesn't help because my body's just, like getting rid of it within 2 seconds. Cause like, you can't tell you finished eating, I guess. So my body's just like, well, this isn't enough food. You need more food. So I'm gonna see if I can make an all-you-can-eat thingy, because I am that hungry. It's not funny. Anyway, my video has gone on for way too long. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, like, thumbs up, whatever. I hope you enjoy the rest of my videos and your day. Bye!